YouTube, and welcome back to South Mountain. You may be wondering what I'm doing. If you watched any of the previous episodes, we were supposed to be working in a forest, not in a tractor. But yeah, we can't buy the farm for the first year. We've got to pay $2 million for it when it gets going. But one of the things I realized as I was driving around over the forest and cutting down a lot of trees was that kind of also need to have some feed for the cows when we take over the farm. So although it means that I've actually dipped down below the $2 million mark that we actually need to be able to buy the farm, I have purchased this field from another farmer, and basically we're gonna invest in some machinery that's gonna stay when we take over the farm, and we're gonna get some hay baled up. One of the big challenges I've got is I don't really know where I'm gonna be putting it right away. Obviously we haven't been looking after this field, so the yield isn't necessarily fantastic on here. But at least it means we are going to have some feed for cows, but I may have to rent some storage space somewhere in the meantime. To be honest, I probably should have thought about that before I went ahead and bought the field and got going. So as you can see, we've already cut it. I bought 2 tractors, 2 Fendt. The local dealership is a Fendt dealership. So I've got one 700 Vario and a 900 Vario. The 900 to pull the big mowers that we've mounted on it, and also probably to be pulling the baler. Oh, can I make it around here? Tight? Yes, I did. Okay, that's good. Let's get the auto steer back on here so I can talk to you guys. Yeah, so obviously it's a fairly hefty investment, but again, if my calculations hold right, we got our greenhouses. They should be making steady money now. There's a nice amount of veg and everything growing right now. And come the end of the year, we can also sell the forestry machinery. Frankly, I think we've had enough of forestry for a while on this map, and we want to focus on the farming instead. There's a little bit of wood left up in the forest, but since it was getting into summertime, I thought it would be a good idea to get moving on this hay while the opportunity is here. I've also discussed with the farmer whom I've taken over for, because he's already got hay and silage stored to keep him going until he sells up. So I've actually been allowed to cut the grass on one of the fields that belongs to the farm, because he was just going to leave it. And you know, if we take over in the thick of winter, that grass is not going to be worth anything for cutting. So at least we've been allowed to take that cut now, and we've even been allowed to put it into a silage clamp if we needed. They got one free. So basically today's episode is really just going to be about getting this stuff done. It's a bit of a welcome change from logging, I have to admit. And it's nice to know that the machinery that we're buying right now is something that's going to be staying on the farm. You know, these are good machines. They're bought brand new. So yeah, they're going to be with us for a while. Like I said, the dealership up the road is a Fendt dealership, mainly, or AGCO at least. So we could be thinking about challenges or something at some point as well, but we're going to need a lot more money before we get to that point. For now, I think I'm just going to zoom out here and let you guys watch as the field gets finished. Okay, and we're back. Just gonna do a round up to the headland here. Take out the turns here, get those fixed. Yeah, but one of the issues is I got it started a little bit late because we were down in the forest first thing this morning. Obviously now that we got dry grass, we really don't want to leave it too long. So we're actually gonna go down, buy the liner. Also still gonna have to buy the baler. It's gonna take a really big dip into a bank account. Worst case scenario, we're gonna have to sell some of the bales and try and only keep what's absolutely enough to keep us going for the first part of winter when we take over the farm at the end of the first year. So obviously we still got like 1.68 million, which is a lot, but given that we need to have 2 million in the account to hand over at the turn of the year in order for us to get the farm, we need to make some money back one way or another. Now, I bought this field and that was nearly $300,000 in itself, so it's making me really appreciate what a fantastic deal the farmer is actually giving us, allowing us to buy this farm for 2 million at the end of his, when he goes into retirement and we get to take over. He's obviously not doing it just to make a lot of money. He's obviously concerned about getting somebody in who is willing to put in the effort and make sure that the farm will continue to run and be successful. We got the South Mountain Creamery farm shop. I've already mentioned to him that I had some ideas for all the greenhouses that we built. If you haven't seen them, go back to the last episode and have a look, but we will be going past them because we've got to park our equipment up there to begin with. But yeah, he really liked the idea of also starting to selling some vegetables and maybe even some wool products, and honey and things like that we can also grow from around the area, in addition to our more traditional farming approach here as well, because obviously a lot of the land is going to have to going into feed the cows. We need a big herd to keep a big dairy plant and shop open like that. There's a huge amount of people in the local area here that relies on the dairy and the shop for their jobs. You might have seen already a few of the dairy vans go past, and I'm acutely aware that we're gonna have to lift that mantle and make sure those people can still do a good and secure job when we take over. So yeah, there's a bit of pressure on, but that's also why we're doing this. So that we are actually ready to take on a herd of cattle the moment we buy the farm, rather than having to wait until we have done a first cut of grass to bring cattle into the farm. Now, unfortunately, the farmer has already struck a deal selling off his herd. To be fair, his herd is quite aging, so it might not have been the best one to take over anyway, but the reality is that he's already made a deal with a farmer quite far away. So sometime in autumn, the current herd is actually going to get picked up, and they are winding down the dairy operations a bit during late autumn and winter until we take over. So you can understand there's obviously already a huge degree of expectations that when we come in, we'll be able to spin operations back up in. Well, just let these guys cross over. And yeah, we get to keep playing the song. He's agreed that the advertising song for South Mountain Creamery comes with the farm. So that's kind of good. So we can keep things a little bit the way that people. So here's all the greenhouses that I've been putting in. And to be honest, right now, because we don't have any sheds, anything like that, I am having to. I'm really not keen on it, but I'm gonna have to park this machinery out here, outside, basically, I'd love to be able to put it into a shed so we can do proper maintenance and everything on it. But to be honest, right now, we're in a hurry. Got to get back up to the store. It's nearly 5 o'clock. I think they close around 7. Although, given that we're about to spend quite a bit of money with them, obviously we've already talked to them about the orders, but given that we're about to spend quite a bit of money with them, they may be amenable to leave the gate open for a bit longer tonight. That's a one-off, obviously. Yeah, generally, you know, we did the treasure hunt around here, and we found old Pirate Black Sheep's treasure a couple of episodes ago, as some of you may have seen. And we got to know quite a lot of the people around here. This is also part of what we're going to take over. Huge chicken shed. So we're also going to be able to sell eggs in the shop, which is going to be great. It's going to be really nice to be able to have a shop with a nice variety of products that's grown directly on the farm. A lot of emphasis on local produce these days. We don't want to have to cart everything halfway across the world if we can avoid it. And we're helping that mission. Oops. Nobody saw the thing with the post box. We'll get it fixed. Shouldn't be looking around like that. Should be paying attention to what I'm doing here instead. Right, here we are. Just going to pop into the office and have a chat to them. I'm pretty sure that the guys will actually be bringing out the machinery, because obviously we've had a chat about this before. It's not like we're just walking into a supermarket and picking something off the shelf, but just for the benefit of you guys, I'll show you here in the catalog. And obviously I also got to pay today, make the actual transfer. So the first thing we're going to get is the windrow. We're going all Lely on grass equipment. We got the Lely mowers, we got the Lely liner, and we're also gonna probably get the forage wagon Lely to begin with, but you need a baler first of all. It's down here, and I'm slightly in two minds because I really would like to do square bales. There's a big price difference. The two. No, we're gonna have to go with it. Yeah, so we're buying that one, and because it's just me working on the farm, the notion of having to pick up all the bales, the front loader, is not feasible. That's simply going to take too long, so I'm going to have to buy the auto stack as well. So there's an awful lot of money we are spending here, but like I say, I kind of hope that it will get back. Actually, I'm also just going to jump over and show you. Here's our other tractor. Here's the Fendt Rio 900, and we're just going to get the worker here carry on doing this. He gets a little bit confused sometimes, but yeah. So this is the grass field that belongs to the farm, and that field we got to cut because they weren't going to use it anyway. So we're just going to jump back to the dealership here, back in the tractor. Normally I don't like teleporting around while we're recording, but I'll make an exception because there's a lot going on right now. I'm probably going to hire a couple of helpers so we can follow them around as well instead. But that's not going to be until we've actually formally taken over the farm. Let's get this lineup up here. Oh, that's not too bad actually. Get the PTO on as well. field, get that lined up, and we're gonna have to try and get the bales done before it gets too late in the night. For those of you who are used to playing with seasons, you'll understand why I'm in a hurry to get a bale before midnight when the swath falls back down again. So I hope you like seeing that there's something a little bit different going on. We still don't own the farm, we still don't have any livestock, but doing some farm work. We will have to go back into the forest at some point during winter, autumn. There's a little bit of wood left to haul out of it, and to be honest, the way that I'm spending money right now, we're going to need every single cent that we can lay our hands on. But as I'm heading down to get the lining done, I think I'm going to say thanks for today, and I'll post you a little update once we're a little bit further on with some of the grasswork. Thanks for now. Bye bye.